We are halfway through the audition round of Britain's Got Talents for 2024, and even though we're halfway through the audition stages, I am going to be giving my honest predictions, just like I did last year, for who I think will have the biggest chance to make it through to the BGT final for this year in my early picks and predictions video for Britain's Got Talent, and I'm just so excited to share with you what my predictions are, because I try to be as accurate as I can with these predictions, as I give you my honest prediction, my reasons why, my predictions for the top three semi-finalists of each night, and of course the judges' wildcard prediction. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. So as we all know, that by now the fifth round of auditions of BGT aired on Sunday instead of Saturday because of the Eurovision Song Contest final, which we at least one episode of BGT this week. But honestly, the talent this year, I must say, has been really, really good this year. So making this video was so very hard to do. But also we got the Masked Singer, the semi-finals for the Masked Singer season 11. Because we've got Clock, Clock, Gumball, and Goldfish. I had to think what her name was there. All fighting for a place in the final next week. And honestly, if we do get indeed Goldfish and Gumball in the final, I think we're going to have the best final we've ever had in the Masked Singer history, in my opinion. And also, their on-camera audiences actually announced that taping for the Masked Singer season 12 will be on June the 6th, I believe. So in about a week's time, we'll be recording season 12, which I'm so excited to see. And I'm hoping Rita comes back on the panel. And I mean, this is no disrespect to Nicole Scherzinger, and absolutely no disrespect at all, as she is currently on the West End, and I think it's going to come to Broadway as well. She's doing, honestly, but I personally just want Rita back on the panel. I don't know why, but I just think Rita being on the panel is just so refreshing. I just absolutely love it. And, especially with her being on the Masked Singer UK as the panelist, I think with Nicole, I feel like, I don't want to sound this as like being like judgmental. I'm really not being like hyperbolical judgmental here, but with Rita, I just really enjoy her more for some reason. I think it's about just how joyful and just how jolly she is. But also, I've noticed that almost every single episode that I remember, she just starts singing out of nowhere, and with Nicole, I mean, she did sing on the show, but it was like really like opening numbers, like the duets with Queen of Hearts back in season 6. She did a little opening before Andrew Lloyd Webber did a little thing in Andrew Lloyd Webber night, and I think that's it really. I think she did another one, but that's not really much. Where with Rita, she has sung an opening to the show before, yes, but she kind of sings like just there and then on the panel, if that makes sense. Like the best example was when Cisco was on it earlier this season, and she sung a Drew Hill song. I can never remember the name of it, but she did sing. She sung basically Cisco, one of Cisco's songs, while guessing for him. I think it was Shout Anthems Night, I believe. And I believe she did that for TV Night. I can't exactly remember, but I believe she did. But that. But let's put the Masked Singer to the side for just a minute, and let's talk about Britain's Got Talent, because we've got a lot to talk about today. Because, like I said, we're only down to auditions 5, and we still got more episodes to come for this year as well. And I keep stumbling over my words. I do apologise, but I think we've got about 3 more auditions episode left, which is not honestly many. Just and it feels like, to be honest, this feels like this year's just going by too quickly, and I don't know why. Excuse me, but I just think this year, honestly, it's just been brilliant so far this year. I'm loving the talent, and honestly, I got my notebook with me, and every single week I'm literally like, I know you can't see it, but like literally, I'm literally currently flicking through my notebook, and I literally put each act in it. and I'll do my top three of each episode. And I've actually just yesterday, while making this PowerPoint, I actually did my predictions here. So, like I said, we're going to go through the top. So, my early prediction for the basically. So we'll just get into that now, really. So let's just get started. So, as we know, we have 10 finalists plus one wildcard, and that's each year. And I think, yeah, that's most likely the scenario this year. So let's get into who I think would be in the final. So my early predictions for who I think will make it through to the final for BGT Britain's Got Talent 2024 are the Surbit Troop, Innocent Masuku, Cyber Agent Legit, Sydney Christmas, Trixie, Abigail and Afronita, Mike Woodhams, the Suabi Performance Team, Taryn Charles, Arbon, and the Judges Wildcard. My prediction for the Judges Wildcard, that is the the Northern Singouts. I think I can never pronounce the first name. So yeah, this is my basically my like, I do try to be as accurate as I can, but like compared to last year, I only got about 3 right, and that was Travis George, Liliana Clifton, and Olivia Lines. And thinking about it, I would have replaced Musa Mova with United to Dance, and I think maybe Duo Odyssey with maybe Andre Burton, maybe. But anyways, that was last year. Let's talk about this year. So like I said, this is just what to me it could be like. As I want, like, you don't always want a talent competition to have singers. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 4, but 3 singers. We have two dance acts, one singing, like one impressionist, one variety act. No, yeah, 2 and 3, like one danger act and 2 variety acts. So, and what BGT is for me is like, I want to see something that I haven't seen before and something that I think would be great for the raw variety performance. Okay, that's really what's it really. So let's just get into my predictions. Who I think would. Let's start with, so how we're going to do is I'm going to predict who I think will be the top 3 acts of each semi-final, each episode. And then what we'll do is I'll do my prediction who I think will win the public vote, and I think who I think will win the judges' vote, if that makes sense. So let's get started. So my early prediction who I think will be the top 3 in the semi-final, number 1 is Innocent Masuku, Leon Ong, and the Suabi Performance Team. And who I think will win the public vote and win the first live semi-final, and that's Innocent Masuku. I mean, like, to me, like, there's like, out of all the years I've been watching BGT, he is one of the best, I think, singers ever to be on Britain's Got Talent. And even Amanda said, you're one of the best opera singers you are the best opera singer we've ever had. And with the comments he got, it seems very like guarantee he's going to be in the final at this rate. And I read in an article, apparently Simon was kind of quote unquote hinting who he thought he would win, and Amanda mentioned it was someone that he had a classical type opera voice, and I believe, I'm not too sure because this was like weeks ago, but I think that they were talking about Innocent Masuku. That's what I'm thinking. So I think it's really clear. I think he's going to be the bookie favourite to win, and along with the next act, which we'll cover later on, is who I think will win. Okay, so I think Innocent's a lock for the final, more or less. Then the judges' choice between Leon Unk and the Suwabi Performance Team. Both really good acts, and I loved both their auditions, but I think what I think would make something incredible for the raw variety, and that would be the Suabi Performance Team. I think they're going to be win the judges' votes in the final. And by the way, this is not official. It's just my kind of like early prediction, if that makes sense. So, but I think they're definitely going to be in the final. I think the Suabi Performance Team, and it's something that you don't really see often on the show. But also, what kind of makes me worried is that they could definitely lose out on the judge's choice because of with Kichi Iwasaki back in 2022 and MB14 last year, both lost the judge's choice. So I'm hoping that they don't have the same curse, but I think they could. But as of right now, I'm going to say they're going to win the judge's choice. Now moving on to semi-final number 2 predictions, and my predictions for the top 3. Again, this is like no particular order. It is Mike Woodhams, Afronita and Abigail, and the North Out Sing Out. And who I think would win the public vote out of these 3, that is Mike Woodhams, the singing impressionist. And Simon said as well in his audition that you're the type of act I genuinely think could win this show. And basically, Simon took the words right out of my mouth. He is really, honestly, when he started singing, James Blunt, Ronan Keaton, I was like, okay, this is very good. But once you start doing the Gabrielle, the Macy Gray, Anastasia, Heather Small, I was like, okay, I'm done. This is just insane because, I haven't heard a male take on female singers in forever. I don't think I've ever seen that. And if he does, if he does make the semi-finals, potentially the final, I think he could. I really do think that he should do maybe something like Shirley Bassey or something. I think that would be so impressive. But I think he would win the public vote out of everybody here. And then we have the judge's choice between Afronita and Abigail and the North Out Sing Outs. And it's interesting because Simon said, just about who's going to give his yes, he said, get ready for the final. And with Afronita and Abigail, they're getting so much views, and the comment section on their audition is just flooding with their fan base, which I don't honestly. When I first saw that the little teaser, I was like, okay, this is gonna be one of them hyperactive, they're gonna be these kind of hyperbolic acts that like the Sacred Rihanna from AGT 2018. I just didn't get her. I'm sorry, I didn't get the Sacred Rihanna at all. I don't know why. I'm probably a madman, but when they started performing, that changed for me. And hearing their story with Abigail actually being half deaf, but actually having hearing in one ear, and being able to dance basically without hearing, just being able to dance without hearing in a way. It just was just amazing. Afronita being such an amazing mentor and coaching her, it's just such a wonderful story. So I really think the judges would definitely have them in the final. I definitely think. And I think there would be something amazing to see in the final. And they're definitely one of these acts I could definitely see take the whole competition. So yeah, I think that will be it. Now to semi-final number 3. And this one is actually a very interesting one, in my opinion. Because what I have for my prediction is Cyber Agents Legit, Rosk AI, and Trixie. And who I think will win the public vote to move on to the final. I think that will be Trixie. And I do honestly think, he's especially with him getting, his edit and, I just think he's just one of these magicians I could just see winning. We haven't had a magician win in such a long time. The last one we got was back in Series 10, which was Richard Jones in 2016. So nearly 8 years without getting excuse me. So 8 years without having a magician win. So I'd love to see a magician win, like him win this year. I think as of right now, Jack Rhodes and Trixie are the 2 magicians I think could definitely take either spot. But I'm going to say Trixie is who I think will make the final out of these 2. And I definitely think he's got the biggest potential as well to win this year. I just think he could really do win. I just think his audition was just phenomenal. It really was. Okay, now let's talk about who I think can make the final between Cyber Agents and Rosk AI. Rosk AI is very interesting because they remind me a lot of Metaphysics back in AGT 2022, where they had Daniel Emmett do Your Inspiration, and it was like an AI Simon Cowell, which was so incredible. I hadn't seen anything like that. It was a very, very incredible act, and Roscoe is incredible as well. But what is really kind of making me think is how long could an act like this go on for? Because it's very clever what they do, but I don't know how long an act like this can go on for, because we've seen the surprise. It's like we know how it works now. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And also Cyber Agents legit. I mean, the dance group, they're just so fantastic. And Simon has had the highest track record of GBs make the final with a total of 8. So I definitely think his Gombas will definitely make the final this year. And yeah, I think Simon's gonna have another Gombas in the final at this point, because his track record is so high, and also Cyber Agents they are a phenomenal dance group as well. They really are. So yeah, I think Cyber Agents will win the judges' vote, if not the public, but it could go either way, to be honest with you. And then semi-final number 4, and let's talk about this, because again, one of them I'm sure is going to be in the final, and the next one is kind of like probably playing the favoritism card, and that is my top 3 is Sarukane, the beatboxing group, Sydney Christmas, and Arbon, the Danger Act. And I mean, it's pretty clear as day who I think will make the final in the public vote, and that is Sydney Christmas. Honestly, her rendition of Tomorrow from Annie was just I can't describe it was just astounding, stellar, everything. It was just her voice was just so incredible. And like I've said, her and Innocent Masuku, who I've seen, are the 2 bookie favourites. I think Innocent might be a little bit behind, but I've seen Innocent and her being the most popular. So, like I said, I think she's a guaranteed place for the final, and along with Innocent, and I think they could be the top 2. I think, but I definitely think she'll be in the final, no doubt. Now, the next act, who I think will get the judge's choice. I'm biased here. I don't care, but I think it will be Ibon, the Danger Act, the hand balancer. And also because, like I said, his audition, I remember being so excited when I saw it on Telemix, showing the photos. And he, honestly, what he does is just so incredible, and something I want to see on this show. And, America's Got Talent starting in about 2 weeks. I'm thinking of making a video about that as well. But I honestly think he could, if he after BGT, he should definitely do AGT as well. I think he should definitely do AGT after Britain's Got Talent. I would love to see how far he would make it there. I think he'd make it pretty far, I think. And with Sarukane, they're very good, don't get me wrong. I loved their audition, but they're not as good as MB14, because MB14 had a whole loop station. He was unique. And, I couldn't do that. But MB14 was someone last year. I just thought, yeah, he could smash this series. And, he didn't get to the final, which, damn the voters of the UK British audience. Because how he didn't get to the final, I am just beside myself. I'm still beside myself, to be honest with you. But no, I think out of here, I think Arbon would win the judges' votes, in my opinion, for the final. And finally, the semi-final number 5, before we get to the wildcards, my top 3 here are Jack Rhodes, Taryn Charles, and the Surbit Troop. And out of these 3, it was actually difficult to choose who I think would actually win the public vote. But I went with my gut, and that was Taryn Charles. She did Aretha Franklin. She has an incredible voice. And I think she could be one of Bruno's gun buzzers again to make the final this year, like the Getter Kids did last year. So I'm very excited to see her, and I do hope she does go far in the competition. But especially the time this year, she's been so good this year, so it's really hard to pick, if that makes sense. And then the judge's choice between Jack Rhodes and Surbit Troop. I must admit, this was a really difficult choice to make, because both these acts I could see make the final, you know, in their own way. I mean, like, I honestly doubt that we'd get two magicians in the final. See Trixie and Jack Rhodes. It would be very good if they did, but I don't know if they would. I don't think they will though. I don't know, but you know, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm tired. Sorry about that. But I think I was gonna say Jack Rhodes, but I do think Server Troop do have a shot at being in the final. As for balancing someone on your head or with your hand, it's just like it doesn't seem real in a way. So yeah, I think they could make the final, and I think it'd be nice if they did to have more variety. Now the wild card. Now this was very difficult to choose the wild card because all three of these acts, like, to be honest with you, I feel like they shouldn't always have it so they have just the top three of each night get the wild card. I think it should be open to anyone to get the wild card, in my opinion, like Enzo Wade, MB14, Toy Toy Toy, Notorious, etc., etc., etc. But purely based on the comments and everything, I think the North Out Sing Outs would get the wild card in this scenario. If it was up to me, out of these five, I would choose Jack Rhodes, but I think the North Out Sing Outs could definitely get the wild card this year out of these. Now the final. Now let's talk about the final because I'm going to share my top three acts who I think will be the top three of this year, and yeah, we'll go from there. So my predictions for I think will be the top three of this series are Innocent Masuku, Trixie, and Suabi Performance Team. And the running order, I think, and by the way, I just want to say, I'm not biased towards men, okay? I'm really not. It's just because I try to be as accurate as I can with these, as for the past few years, we've had an all-male top three in the BGT final. So this is kind of what I'm leaning towards as a runner. But again, it could change. So I think third place will go to Trixie. Then I think the second place will go to the Suabi Performance Team. And then I think Innocent Masuka will take the crown as victory. And honest to God, I really, really do hope Innocent does win this year. Because honestly, his voice is just extraordinary. It really is just incredible. And, you know, like I said, Amanda said he was one of the best opportunities they've ever had on BGT. I agree. I have never heard a voice like that in such a long time. You know, it's like Pavarotti, but like from South Africa, because I think he's from South Africa, but in London. But again, I just think he's real. He screams the Raw Variety for me. I can so see him in the Raw Variety performance, singing Caruso in front of King Charles, and I do think he's got the strongest chance of winning this year. So my winning prediction is Innocent Masuku. Do you agree? Let me know down below. So that's really it. This is my early picks and predictions for Britain's Got Talent 2024. Again, this will change over time, and also I did this last year as well. But for the first look on the Sunday before the Monday semi-final, I will do another one of these videos and kind of updating my predictions a little bit. I might tweak it there and then, if that makes sense. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how long I've been going on for. I think it's been like 30 minutes or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below your predictions for the final. Who do you think's got the biggest chance of winning? Who do you want to win? Who do you think should win? Who do you think the wild card would be? Who are your favourites? Just let me know in the comments below. And, you know, like I said, I'll do an update one on the day before the semi-finals in my semi-final first look at video. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please like and subscribe with post notifications turned on. I'd really appreciate it. But for now, thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you guys next time.